This is the Wall Street Beat Show, Crypto and Crypto. And if you didn't know, now you know, bitches. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto, don't flip, yo. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto, don't flip, yo. Pause, I'm back. Nigga, Crypto and Crypto. We got these indicators, don't be a hater or a hoe. I gotta let you know, we're making Crypto and Crypto. Hit the like and subscribe, we're going on the run. I get excited when I buy crypto. I said I get excited when I buy crypto. You gotta keep your emotions. I said I get excited when I buy. It's time to settle the score. You don't wanna trade crypto no more. If you don't understand that emotion, will take you to another place, and now you'll chase the red candle, can't stand you. There's Wall Street, I don't know. It's Crypto and Crypto, don't flip, yo. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the favorite saying? Wish I bought more. Everybody buy it, goes up really high. What's the to the moon? We're going real soon. I said it, so change your attitude and your tune. This is the Wall Street Beat Show, positive.
Wall Street Pete, Crypto in Crypto. Want to learn how to make Crypto in Crypto? Every day we talk about the crypto news, technical analysis. How's it going, everyone? How are my wolves doing today? Hit the like and subscribe. You already know, gentlemen, alive, right? Well, here it is. We're going to talk about Jasmy, Filecoin, ICP, ALGO, and a few more if we can get to it. But lots of things are happening. Some altcoins are heating up. I don't know if you realize that we have been falling, right? We have seriously been falling. And it's just been nothing but a manipulation. Look at the total market cap. It's not really far away. But please, most of all, hit this like button. Before we get into the video and get serious, now's your time. Please come over, hit the bell, all notification. We need one more subscriber. Who's going to be our 1.4K subscriber? I can't wait to find out, but we need one more subscriber. So check the guy out right now. If you want to go onto Twitter, that is completely up to you, as none of this is financial advice. You must start paying attention, following the people in the atmosphere, in the crypto space, what you're putting your money in. This is called part of the steps. And if you want to go back into last year, I think it's May's video, top 5 ways to start trading crypto if you're new. So if you're new to the channel, I'm going to have to find a way to get that into the link and start telling people that if they're new to the channel, new to crypto, you need to start going back into the steps. Maybe you're not realizing what's happening. So we follow him on Twitter, the CFO. Dogecoin currently just hitting the 1 trillion market cap. Pretty much what I'm saying is the price has fluctuated to the downside. We're getting a little bit of a fall here. I was expecting a nice 10% to the up. Perhaps it's still coming. So 3 assets we're going to talk about. I want to go over some crypto news as JP Morgan has executed its first live trade on public blockchain using DeFi, tokenized deposits, and verifiable credentials. So pretty exciting as part of the Project Guardian, many world firsts here. So this is the first time this has happened. JP Morgan and the digital currency, so they're getting involved. Polygon is here. Good morning, Selner. Good morning, Sean, Gary, and the rest of the crew. So getting into this crypto news, November 3rd, as you can see here, breaking news. I think it's very important to know that the digital currency is not going anywhere, and Polygon Matic has continued to just break headlines. There's not much we can do. If Polygon doesn't go to the moon soon, I don't know what the hell Polygon is here for. So as we're talking about the new bull run, the new flip, right, of the trends, well, eventually we're going to see this happen. Jasmy, decentralized data, democracy, right? Talk about Jasmy often. Not many people really still know what the hell it is. So I'm going to give you a quick breakdown on here. Jasmy coin is the first legally compliant Japanese crypto coin, which means the coin is the first listed on the Japanese cryptocurrency exchange. Japanese law strictly governs cryptocurrency transactions subject to financial services agency inspections. In effect, one can use cryptocurrencies to pay unspecified specified person. So Jasmy is the first legally compliant. We went over that. And as you could see, I sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger. As you could see, this is a big, big win. And this is something we must pay close attention to as we proceed to give you what you need here. Jasmy token. We're paying attention to the RSI level. There is a cup and handle even in the RSI level, so you must pay attention to even that as alone, and then I can see what happened. This is a daily chart. Fibonacci sequence breakdown. I'm going to do it on the 4-weekly because that is usually the best way to do it. This is just my strategy only, of course. Check it out. So Jasmy right now, we're down 99.9%. A lot of people don't know what they're getting into. A lot of people just want to buy, right? Buy, hold, and hope that it goes up. Well, start doing some research. Start doing some things for yourself. Start getting an educated buy and sell here. So currently right now, as we've been previously coming down, looking pretty bad, I got a 4-hourly here. And on the daily, it's most likely going to come into a better picture. Now, I want you to understand that we're going to pay attention to what those numbers are on the bottom. On the bottom, currently, they are previous percentages to the downside from a nice big wick we've had. Currently, what we're receiving was a nice bounce all the way to the worst case scenario at the 76.8. We're receiving a good bounce, but also finding the resistance at the 0.006. So this is what's going on. Currently, right now, good morning, Dustin. We have so many assets to do before we can even talk about Engine. Think about that. We have like 6, 7 assets that people actually commented. So you'll see right here, these are the assets people have been asking on the YouTube. So they beat you to it. It's just priority of, not seniority, but priority of what they said first. We could put Engine next because you're the first one in the chat to bring an asset up. So that's good for you. But where's Filecoin? Before we break this all down. Oh, this chart doesn't have it. It's probably the first one. There we go. IOTX. We're going to talk about that. That was requested. Filecoin, ICP, and then perhaps we can get after that with Jasmy and ALGO, and then maybe Engine. So we got a lot to go over. So if you're interested this morning, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. It's very important. Yesterday, we were talking about Filecoin, and it's so annoying because it was at $5, and so was the other one, ICP. Pretty annoying. But what's happening here, you can see we created a higher high here at the current time frame. Got a rejection all the way at the top of this. So now what's happening is we're going to look and see, can we get a 50% pullback here? But the next level is on here is 61.8. I want to get into the golden pocket. That's when I know we're going to be closer to hitting that resistance one more time. Perhaps another cup and handle inside a cup and handle for Jasmy. That's what I expect to happen. So expect this, an upward W. So that's not really a big surprise. We do have, though, currently 51 as the price we must pay attention to. Once we start breaking through below the 51, we're in deep doo-doo, so obviously pay attention. None of this is financial advice. You got to be careful, though. Jasmy can do that. But what I believe Jasmy can really do on a daily extent time frame, as you see the cup and handle forming, as you can see here, and we're going to get that out of here, there's a cup and handle coming. And it's right here beautifully. And what I want to say is we're going to break above there and get through. I think 50 cents, Jasmy, just to get real quick, because we got a lot of assets, and I really don't want to be that guy. But 50 cents is coming. When will we start noticing that 50 cents is coming? Well, this is what I wanted to bring to you because it's very important. Jasmy will be trading almost about the 1 cent level, breaking through that 0.88 price. So, or 84, let's be real. There it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, on a daily, and I just want to give this to you because I think it's vital information. We're going to get to the next asset. For Jasmy, for us to start breaking above to the 15 cents, 5 cents, I know there's so many levels to get to, but 1 cent will be one of the targeted asset levels I'll be at. What will I be looking at? Well, I'll be looking at an inverted head and shoulders pattern. Not many people that know technical analysis are talking about this on the daily. But if you do see this falling right now pattern, we will then begin to come maybe with a right shoulder there and ultimately giving you this 1 cent. Don't tell me I didn't tell you this was coming. I don't want to hear it. So as you can see, the trend is your friend on the daily. The trend is continuing to go to the downside here. but ultimately triggering bullish momentum to the 1 cent once we break above here. It's going to be a very, very important level. And as you can see here, there are 3 levels I love to give you in the crypto space. And now that we're actually receiving them, you will see prices that make more sense. This is what we're looking at. Resistance again, then breakthrough on another cup and handle inside a cup and handle. And then you will ultimately find yourself at this wonderful price, being able to sell out and take some profits if you choose to do so. If not, that is completely up to you. My name is Wall Street Pete. This is my strategy. Worked on Wall Street, worked on the New York Mercantile Exchange for about a decade almost here. Love the place. Learn from some of the best traders. Don't know what makes that me, but maybe that's why our technical analysis is on fire all the time. So looking for that to happen. If we do break down, I want to give you the worst case scenario because I'm not trying to contradict. I'm just trying to prepare you. As you can see on the daily, we're getting a rising channel, so pay attention to what's happening. There is a rising channel coming, and then ultimately we can see if we get the peak. What is the most important price? Somewhere about this 6 here. So pay attention. Once we start breaking above this 6, we'll get some resistance following through and hoping to break above this slope. So pay attention. Wall Street Pete, Signo, and crypto. That is your Jasmy. So IoTech, if anyone's interested, we did have actually a gentleman or a woman tell me she wanted he or to go over this. So let's do it now. We got this descending channel on IoTech, looking at the daily. I'm looking to break out. What are the price ranges we must break above in order to know that we're breaking out? So here it is. I would be excited for this because I didn't have nobody for me doing this when I started getting into this stuff. But the RSI level looks pretty strong coming in from May, the middle of the summer. We've been doing nothing but creating new higher lows. So each time we hit a lower price on the RSI, it's a higher price. Each time, like I said, it's a higher price. So we'll see what continues there all the way from the summertime. I'm excited about that. Why? Because the price has not fluctuated or correlated or resulted, however you want to say it, into that. So if we are going to resume into that knowledge and understand with that and the macro into it well, we have a nice big price jump coming to about 3.5 cents. I'm pretty excited for this. This is a good one. What I want to see now, and the only way I know that this is doing what it is, will be breaking below this price right here. This is your confirmation sell stop. Do what you need to do, but ultimately, I would be either buying here, putting a long position in. No, excuse me. I would not be putting in a long position. Holy cow. Sell stop. Let's make that clear. Sell stop here because we will then beginning to fall probably worse. And you don't want to do that, and you catch yourself probably around here. We don't want to do that. So be very careful. I'm glad I made that clear before I made that mistake for anyone to jump off the channel and go buy or something stupid, because that's what people like to do. Pay attention for that. But the upward price, what I want to see is we got to break above this price right here. So that's your very important trigger. That's your very important price, 3.2. So 3 cents right before the 3.5 cent mark, probably 3.25, closer to that. You'll want to pay attention to that. If we break out and finish the daily candle above, you're going to put a long position in, and you're going to fairly find yourself at the 3.5 real quick. Little resistance. Cup and handle inside a cup and handle. So we'll see if that happens. Currently a cup and handle, there it is, inside a cup and handle, and then, like I said, that will then break through. You'll find that, and then what we're making through there is probably an upward W to the 420 area, 42 area, excuse me. That's stuck in my mind. What is wrong with me? Wall Street Pete. Buy the dip, have a sip. These are some of the things you got to think about. So 420, I would most likely definitely sell out completely at that point if we did get a result. What would happen then is an ultimately huge daily cup and handle, which, ladies and gentlemen, how many times do we do this stuff and then it happens and then everyone goes, oh, wow, amazing. Well, guess what? I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, there's a big chance for this to happen. So these are one of the altcoins that we talk about today. I'm not going to talk about the downside we just did there. Filecoin. Filecoin makes it right now. What Filecoin is doing has caught my attention. We're getting these falling wedges that keep breaking out inside falling wedges. This is usually a rare occasion. This is ultimately a telling task here. Really, it's a joke. So some of these assets, if you do follow technical analysis, they make sense. Some of them have no sense at all. But if you pay attention to what happened last time, right? Well, let's pay attention to the last pattern here when we broke out. Well, I'll take that. I just have fun. This is not technical analysis. What I do with the other things will be. But currently right now, if I do this, and it's kind of funny because currently we're doing the same exact thing in the circle, I guess it is my technical analysis. But if you pay attention to what is happening here for the Filecoin, I think this is another Japanese link to coin here. Go figure, right? Around top of these today. Every time this starts breaking out through this price, which I do have 626. So I want to say somewhere around the 620 price. Pay attention, definitely to mention Wall Street Pete. No indicators out currently right now. Get the MACD. Pay attention to the relative strength index chart. We have a couple things we want to pay attention to. Please, definitely do this. We're getting to a peak coming up, right? So this is resulting in what's been happening. Daily candles. Looking to hit the RSI level at the top here. Once again, we've done this over and over and over and over, and you do see that becoming a pattern. So if we do look and we start establishing what I do see here, and I do like this, is these big, big waves, right? Look how big everything was moving. We got very minute and very small, right? Which tells me that the exponential moving average, I'm not even looking at the MACD no more. What I'm going to do is pull out the Bollinger Bands, exponential. Get the ribbon out on this one, right? This is a good one. So let's get the exponential. I gotta add some more of these. The moving averages I want to put on next. If you're in the comments section here now, let me know what you think. What would you want to see up here on the charts? I'd actually really like to see what people would say about that. Here it is, the exponential moving average. What on the charts on TradingView, if you're one of the experts, or if you just have a better understanding of TradingView, what indicator would you like Wall Street Pete to break down? Because I'm curious what you like. Here it is right now. As you can see here, we were currently getting these moves. I was going to say waves and moves at the same time. Wouldn't that be a word created, a hybrid word? As you can see, we're getting a big candle now, right? Even this morning here coming up, the daily is looking excellent. We're getting the resistance at the 620. Go figure. But what I am seeing here currently right now is the ribbon getting tight. Don't you see this long snake ribbon getting tight? Kept hitting the bottom of the ribbon, which was bullish. Eventually, we're going to get her phone number, and we were going to break out of that area, right? You could see it constantly. I'm just trying to do terrible circles, but as you can see here, we're finally getting a breakout. This is just the beginning. So, Gary, yesterday somebody deleted your cult comment, thought it was a negativity comment. I explained to them that this was a cult to you. Weird analogy for it, but I don't care, I don't judge. But we're getting this big start for this big wick here in the circle I was showing you, and look at this big start. What happened last time, ladies and gentlemen? The same thing. So this is Filecoin one more time. We're getting ready to leave for a new asset. We're getting ready to change to an asset. But if you see the ribbons, right, they were getting tight, we kept just bouncing and bouncing and hitting. And eventually what happened, we got her phone number. That's the analogy we use in the channel. Getting her phone number. So keep watching. The falling wedges are big breakout prices. I do see here that we're looking for a big breakout. I want to get to the relative strength index on the weekly and see where we lie. And as you can see here, we're really starting to establish time for Filecoin. Same thing with Jasmy. It probably looks very similar. So understand what's happening. We are starting to get a bullish trend. You could see on the weekly the cup and handle formation, even on the RSI for that. And that is your cup and handle, as you may have a sip and buy the dip this morning, just like Wall Street Pete likes to do. I'm a big fan of Jasmy. I do like that one. Filecoin, I'm not a huge fan, but I do know there's movement. So we did have Heidi ask for it, and she has been a pretty good follower. She said she does her own stuff, and I can't hate on that. ICP, another one we must talk about. Algorand next. I don't have anything ready for Algorand, so I do apologize, or ICP. Getting to a 4-hourly, though. I must pay attention to a 4-hourly. ICP, if anyone's interested, let's pay attention to what ICP's been doing. I did have a chart set up from a long time ago. This is not anytime recent, so I do apologize if it's inaccurate, but what I do see here is exactly as predicted here. 607 price coming. Oh, yeah, I did do this yesterday. I'm sorry. We were trading here at this price, $5. I wanted to tell you yesterday a video. ICP and Filecoin was getting ready to explode. Well, we can still kind of do that. I can still tell you it's getting ready to move. And what is happening was we're getting an upward W to roughly about this price, so don't get to the 6 level. 588, I do expect to be a good price level to sell. So if you want to sell, this is what I expect to do. Having a wonderful morning. Thank you so much, Digital. Please don't forget, hit the like and subscribe, anybody. But what is happening here is something happening similar to the last asset. A lot of people don't see it. They're blind as AF. and I'm here to do this for you. Wall Street Pete does see a similar kind of pattern, probably re-meet once we break above this slope, the neckline. And ladies and gentlemen, remember the 588 has to break, but 607 must break in order for us to get the right shoulder. Where's the right shoulder? That is probably all the way to about 729. So anybody wants to take on this trade with me, let's go. This is what I plan on doing. This is the start of something I expect to happen. Ultimately, a big falling wedge for ICP. A lot of the market, a lot of the assets are repeating in something similar to this. Avalanche, right? Same kind of thing. Obviously, put your sell stop here. If we start breaking the neckline of 511, we're in deep doo-doo. But if we do break the 585, you'll find yourself hitting resistance at that 620, and then ultimately finding a nice huge cup and handle, hopefully on the daily. Hopefully on the daily we do find that. And that's what I'm ultimately looking to get. And no, it's not going to happen that way. Unfortunately, we're going to get a $6 cup and handle. Okay, I see that forming, and maybe even less. Up. Cup and handle at the 585 as we're retracing, because we're looking at this slope here. Pay attention to the green dotted line slope. I'm not trying to pull back or retrace what I'm saying. I'm just updating you as I see. And then ultimately, last, as we get to on Family Feud, right? Final answer, or Jeopardy. We don't even get to do that on Jeopardy, but it is 585. So I do see ICP coming to the $5.85. Do enjoy that as a profit take, cup and handle, if you see the handle come through. So that's very important. And finally, last but not least, I do want to talk about ALGO, right? We did have Sellner, and he's been probably waiting how long? 21 minutes. 36 seconds. ALGO. I have not looked at ALGO in so long. I remember it was trading $2.77, $2.37. It was making me sick because I sold a little bit at the 2, and then we fell. So it was pretty nice. As I sit here and go over 1 million assets, I'm looking for ALGO, so if you see it, please let me know. And finally, there it is. Same kind of thing happening. Let's start over. I don't like what I see here. It's a big bunch of drawing. Here we go. So what I see currently on the 4 hourly for ALGO. This has been high volatile waves in the upward trajectory. It will pop off. It will go parabolic after a while. This is something I really do finesse a lot. And I do tell a lot of people, these are some of the things, these are some of the signs I do ultimately pay attention to. I do like this pattern very much. I do like what I see here. This is going to eventually result in something massive if it does keep doing this. What I see here now, and you must pay attention definitely to mention what could be occurring. 4 hourly, skip to the daily, and you might understand where I'm coming from. These are big signs. We're going to adjust from the daily all the way to whatever we possibly need to do. But 67 cents, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, what is correlating through this, we were looking to get a nice cup and handle here the first time, but what we did ultimately get here is a nice, beautiful upward W. What I can see resulting, though, and this is probably something that's going to take some time. One of these things is we're going to probably either break out or test down drastically. And then what I do see coming is probably a breakout through here, creating an upward W to the 67. Come back one more time, and then we're going to test out to the moon. And that's something similar I see happening. As you can see, basically what happened in the past. Same kind of thing here. So watch what happened in the past. This is ALGO Rand. If anyone is interested, I'm probably just going to keep this here. Very high volatile waves. If you see what this does and correlates ultimately at the end, I could extend it as much as I can. We're trying to get this to you so you could see what could happen. This is definitely a trend. This is definitely something I see coming in the future. What is this? This is the bottom left W, ultimately high volatile bottom here where everyone gets featured out. What'll happen is that'll correlate probably to what Bitcoin's going to do. I just want to run to it really quick. Go back to Algorand in a second, but I do want you to see this because this is very important. This is what I have for you, and this is what we see coming. Nobody does it better than Wall Street Pete, Sicdo, and Crypto. Rising channel coming in here, but as you can see, high volatile waves in the upward trajectory, as I say. But we do have this. Once we start breaking the 2,000 level and finishing below, you're going to see a price that hits at the 19 19.6. You'll be able to buy at the 19.6 as we have a gentleman who bought the 18.7 on the higher low price. Somebody was able to buy this. I forget who it was on my channel. I bought it too, but I'm just trying to tell you, creating new higher lows each time. And that's very important to follow these price ranges in the high, up and down volatile waves. And as you can see, we're currently still dipping. We are not done. When am I done here? I'm done falling, ladies and gentlemen. When I can get 2 green candles to break that downward momentum of just red, 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 red. See the dailies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very annoying, right? 7. So we went down for a week. 7 miserable effing days, and then built support sideways action. Started getting a couple green days in a row, and that was when you knew the trend was no longer a friend of the downward momentum. So we're looking for that as we're currently going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We may have 2 more candles to come down, bounce off this 20,000, and then we're going to find out. Does the $21,000 price in Bitcoin break through? And we could keep rising and get the 10% to the 22,000 price I said is definitely going to come. It's a matter of when. But like I said, right now, 19.6 is going to be an amazing buy. You want to put a long position in, that's fine. Set it and forget it. 21,000 though could be a very, very big breakout price, or perhaps resistance. So as I'm showing you here right now, this is correlating to the 19.6 price. It'll fall out of this rising, ascending channel. We do have some ways to go. What I find here though happening is it's going to take time. It's going to be a negative manipulation out, and then you're going to get an upward W. So if you see that now, you can thank me now and thank me really later. But most of you already know what's going to happen. This is coming into play because why? I'm getting a little cocky here because I do see it. Come on, you see it too now. Get cocky, baby. Don't get too cocky. Stay humble. Sit down. Be humble, as my daughter used to say at 3 years old. In the middle of a restaurant. Hilarious. But pay attention, definitely to mention, this is where we're going. You're going to ultimately see a cup and handle as Sumner's probably just drinking beer after beer after beer after seeing this, and I don't blame him. So I did IOTEX. I think it was you. There we go. I have a pretty good memory. We already did IOTEX. We did Filecoin. We did ICP. We did Bitcoin just now. We pretty much did everything. ALGO. Avalanche. Couldn't have came out any better than what I said on Avalanche, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I said there was a shoulder coming. Develop first. What would we do after the right shoulder was developing? You would get a 17.6. And ladies and gentlemen, the 17.6 hit. Where is it? I'm getting annoyed right now because I want to show it to you. 17.6. Wow, it's not there. But here it is, what I was telling, and what's his name was really happy. We had it in the line here, and it was a 17.6 order fill, and it would hopefully start getting bullish. Well, that was the support. We're going to stay here, get a right shoulder, come in, and then find ourselves around the $20. I know you're not going to believe that one next. But obviously, there's much more other prices that must come. Very, very high volatile waves coming in first, but I do believe that's a really nice asset. Now, Engine, can we close the channel with Engine? Is that very possible? I've not looked at Engine in the longest time. Would love to see what Engine's doing. As I said, we would get a nice break upward W if we came through and broke above the 74 cents. As you can see, we started breaking to the downside here, and we put our sell stop at the 5. Why? Because then ultimately it got a lot cheaper. And as you can see here from this chart, if you're interested on Engine, you can thank one of our last people. I know what you're doing. I predict a lot of things. I analyze a lot of things. It's not just an technical analysis. Most people would probably enjoy a cup and handle here, but as I said, this was most likely a very bearish pattern. We were coming up way too fast into here, and if we did not break above to the 74.6 and finish a candle above, then ultimately we'd be in deep doo-doo, not finding ourselves through. You can see what happened here since. Sell stop order come through now. What are we looking to do? We're going to pull some indicators out here. The Engine, the Japanese gaming token, right? One of the first billion-dollar crypto market cap Japanese token, right? And we talked about this. We talked about Mario Brothers, the creators, Pokemon, all of these creators all into this. This is incredible. So if we had the people backing this, I'd be pretty excited. I'm on a daily here. I'm looking at the daily RSI, and I'm trying to really understand when do we break out of this trend. Well, This, my friend, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to be done. We're actually probably going to get a bearish momentum. We're going to keep going lower lows. Why? Why is this happening? Well, unfortunately, it's creating a big falling wedge here that is not just ready to break out just yet. Total crypto market cap, we're falling, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming down. Like I said, 19.6 Bitcoin is most likely going to happen. This is one of our longer videos. I apologize. So we're going to have to end it pretty much now as we're getting to the 30-minute mark. But I do see this keep happening. So if you're into the engine token, I would say keep dollar cost averaging into this pit. Yes, it could be a money pit. It could suck very well. Where would be the ultimate buy? It would probably be at the 3.9 right before we are about to come down and break the 4.40 cents level. So I would get the 39 cents, put an order in as we would touch maybe one more time, get a cup and handle to the 50 cents. Yeah, I do believe that's a possibility, so it's going to take some more time. We're going to create new lower low prices. It's pretty awful here. We're not done yet. So until we can find some volume, until people can start getting excited, stop getting excited about Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, right? All these people are getting excited about different assets. I don't know if you're following. So that is what's kind of happening. XRP kind of died, right? Boing, sideways action. Dogecoin is losing some of its volume. This is what's happening. Things are getting cheaper. The market cap is no longer 18 billion. We're at 17. Just flipping around, giving you some heads up here of what's happening. Polygon is holding pretty strong with that big news here. One of the only ones left in the green for the final 24 hours. Why? Because JP Morgan, ladies and gentlemen, Disney, we have big deals here. You've got to pay attention. Harmony One token, ladies and gentlemen. Harmony One token. Just to let you know, Harmony One token is now stakeable, excuse me. You can now stake Harmony One on Binance US. I find that to be very intriguing, very big news. So that's big news. Look for the cup and handle here. What am I finding here? A big long falling wedge coming in on the daily. Ultimately seeing this is a descending channel here coming in. I think we're going to get a big breakout coming. So watch for that as we continue to get lower low prices. Like I said, watch to put your order in at this price if you choose to. My strategy, right? No financial advice here. But that's something I want to pay attention to, as this is your Bitcoin cheat sheet, ladies and gentlemen. I do expect this to occur. I do expect this to happen, as we talked about many things coming in, new higher lows. So watch that. This is the pattern we're continuing to develop. We will find the 22,000 and a half. We will celebrate when we get this long position put in at the 19.6. Nobody does it better. So good morning to you, Phantom. We've talked pretty much about everything about that, except Phantom. Here we go. We have to go. It's 30 minutes. What was I trying to do? I wanted to talk about Harmony One. There it is. Harmony One is what I want to talk about. It's very important. I'm trying to get to it before this gets any worse. Where is Harmony One? Harmony One. I'm sorry if we cannot get to your asset. It will probably be the next one. Now, speaking of something who has been doing nothing but a money pit, we're coming in here. And currently right now on the daily, I've seen nothing but bad news coming here. But for the first time with that news of the Binance finally staking, I do see a little bit of some upward momentum coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Could probably retest here, get resistance, come in. We're going to build a bottom probably right here. So I would watch this. I would pay very close attention as I think we're going to develop a head and shoulders pattern coming in here. Like everything else has been doing, there might be a right shoulder coming in. Let's pay attention to it. We're not far away from this, but this is some boring sideways action looking to flip the momentum of what we've been seeing, Harmony One. So this is another asset, ladies and gentlemen. With the news coming in, the trend is your friend. We are continuing to create new higher lows. I do see that coming in finally for the first time. That's the start of something interesting. Big support, flipping back real quick. Shoulder here left. What I got there is an inverted head coming in with a right shoulder, eventually coming back through and breaking. With that news, I do expect for that to come into play. If I were to look at the longer time frame, What are we looking at? Because it's time to go, and it's very, very important to talk about this before we go. I do see this pattern developing. We'll do it on a weekly because it's much more fun to do this way. As we've done, never really do this. We could get one more fall, ladies and gentlemen. But if you watch this pattern, there are levels, and it's almost to the exact. We could find ourselves trading all the way back to 4 cents. Wouldn't that be the way to go? On the right shoulder for a weekly time frame. Now, there's a lot to do here. So we got to watch this as we go. We could be getting an inverted head here first, but it usually doesn't occur here because it's the same level, same support level. It doesn't make sense. We could very well just coming out, breaking in, into a cup and handle. Now, as I showed you, right, when is it time to buy in an asset? Well, these are weekly candles. What's happening? Well, I want to show you what's happening. The weekly candles, ladies and gentlemen, from the support price of February. Now, remember, that's a long time ago. That's... Ladies and gentlemen, that's 9 months ago since this fall at 16 cents. And I would love to be into this asset at 16 cents. Well, guess what? There's a huge cup and handle that's forming that can get your gains to margins that you would never believe again. So we're already talking about a 300 pump coming in. Imagine what that's doing. I'm just telling you, pay attention. We have 1, 2, 3, 4... and we can count it 5, 6, 17 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Harmony One token, known for many of its NFTs and many of its great projects. I'll tell you right now, this is starting to develop a nice sideways boring action. Put the head and shoulders pattern away and really start develop and see what's happening. We are no longer getting these several weeks coming down, developing a nice boring sideways action. What ultimately does develop into a cup and handle, the money will start coming in when investors see that the money will stop falling. It is no longer a money pit, resulting in perhaps a nice jump to the upside. There are a few levels along the way we must break and proceed and finish a daily candle in order to see that now. But it is important for us to establish and see that that is happening now. So pay attention to that, as we have not gotten boring sideways action like this in 9 months. And I'll tell you right now, this sideways action was very short compared to what we are receiving right now in this time frame. So do result in that TA as well. Put that into consideration. This is a much longer support built out time on a daily and on a weekly. So please understand that makes more sense. Wall Street Pete, Crypto and Crypto. I can't wait to see us hit 1.5K subscribers. We need one more for 1.4. If you're one of those people who are getting this information and finding it to be helpful, please hit the like, hit the subscribe from this young, handsome man who used to work in the New York, Manhattan place. NYMEX. I miss it. I love it. The open outcry, the screaming, the yelling. Huh! I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. For all the people here right now, guess what? We have a lot of new people. I want to show you something. Let me tell you something, right? As I almost knocked my coffee everywhere. I would have been livid. I want to show people where I'm from, what this background is. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know Robert Downey Jr. Visited the NYMEX trading floor, right? And he tore us apart. And I want people to see this because this is amazing. This is where I used to work, exactly, with the people. Some of these people I miss, some of these people passed away. I worked here. Do you see how intimidated he looks? Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a joke. I don't pretend this shit. This is where I worked. This is my life. I saw Barry in there. I saw Top Gun, a trader. I saw a gentleman who passed away, unfortunately, just recently this year. I worked with all these people in here. This was before the market went digital. Before everything went digital, you could sit on your fat ass at home and just press buttons on your phone, buy, sell. These people worked hard as hell every day, screaming and yelling to create a market. They created that market that you're creating on your phone, investing. All people all over the world. China, London, Australia, Ireland. It didn't matter. These people called in. I spoke to them. I built relationships with them. And we allocated trades, executed trades. That's where we're from. So if you always wanted to know, and you're new to the channel, that's where we're from, ladies and gentlemen. Wall Street, Pete, Sicto, and Crypto. So please give us a thumbs up. Give us a like and a subscribe. Hit the bell, all notification. Until the next video. Lewis, I'll put Phantom down. We'll pay attention and see what can go on with Phantom as maybe one of the next videos for you. I'm sorry. I hate when these videos go so long. Take care, everybody. Please be very careful. This is a high volatile market, as you already know this. People can hurt you. You don't hit likes. You don't hit the. You hit likes. You don't hit the links. There's many links of people putting bad information out there. So please be careful. Until the next video. Take care, my friends.